Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to share amdocs Telephonic interview questions that have been asked as part of the telephonic round with amdocs. So, my name is Rama. I am a full stack developer in one of the MNCs in Bangalore. So, let me give a quick introduction of ourselves, like who are we and what we do here. So, we are typically a bunch of software engineers who are attending the interviews and sharing our interview questions or the interview experience with the candidates here in the YouTube channel, so that it may be helpful to someone at least who is looking out for similar kind of videos. You can visit our channel and you can visit the about section and you can see what all uh, interview questions that we have shared, like which companies interview questions we have shared till date. So if you haven't subscribed our channels, I would request you to subscribe our channel so that you can uh, be updated with all the interview questions that we are uploading. So let us start the interview, like what kind of questions that were asked to me in the interview. So the first question was like I have written what are OOPS concept, but it was like the general questions like what is your experience, what tell me about yourself, what are your roles and responsibilities in the projects. But I haven't included all those things because that are quite common in every interview. So the technical coming to the technical interview questions. So this was the first question I have encountered. Explain the OOPS concepts. So I have given my best to try to explain it over the phone, and in a very detailed process I have explained each and everything like encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance in a level. And one more thing was like this interview was the like an above average interview, like it was not very tough interview and not it was very simple, it was above average. And one more thing to say was like interviewer was busy with his own work, either he was doing his personal work or he was searching out for the interview questions, because I could hear the typing, the keyboard sound very good enough. Like then the second question was like how have you achieved abstraction in your project. So according to me, every Java project or any project in the world is abstract projects. So that would be a good example, because we could never see the core logic behind the project, but we can see the output of the project whenever we give an input to the project. So I have given as per my project what we people are developed that will be hidden from the users. So that is the abstraction for us, simple way. So have you implemented all the oops concepts and at what places? Yes, every project, if it is designed properly, I believe every project will be implementing all of the oops concepts. Like in our project, if we take encapsulation, uh, we have used it at business level, or we whatever we say pojo classes. And coming to the inheritance and polymorphism, we have implemented in do and service layers to make it loosely coupled. So the next question is like, what is the need of abstract class, as we already have inherited in interface, sorry. So at that moment, this strike my mind, like abstract class can contain both abstract and concrete methods, and whereas interface cannot contain those things. But in the latest features in we are having methods in interfaces, I agree with that. But at that moment this struck my mind and I have said the same. So what all exceptions have you encountered while developing your project? So these were the top three, I would say, the exception that I have encountered in while developing, like null pointer, data access exception, class cast exception. So I have explained him like how to resolve these exceptions as well. So he was pretty much convinced with that. So why are you using Spring JDBC? Why not Hibernate? To be honest, I was not getting the answer right at that moment, because I have never worked on Hibernate. So just randomly I have given this answer, as our project is intranet application and it handles huge amount of data for persistence and retrieval. That's why we are using Spring JDBC. I was completely my fingers were completely crossed while answering this question. So what is Singleton in your project? Did you use Singleton? Where have you written the code? So what is Singleton? Singleton is one instance per an application. So I have explained him like what is Singleton and how can we create an Singleton class. Then coming to the usage in my project, we are using Spring, as every class in the Spring is Singleton. I have explained him the same. So be prepared for this type of questions as well, like have you used Spring Singleton in your project? So in my earlier projects we have definitely used Singleton when we were writing some batch jobs, so there we have used, but not in my current application. So why list allows duplicates whereas set won't allow? So honestly, I got stuck for a moment, like why, seriously why? Then later on I realized that the internal implementation of these two are like that, because internal implementation of list is array, it uses arrays or array of objects, and whereas set it is a map which don't allow duplicates. So which type of injection you are using in your project and why? We like basically depending on the need we are going with the injection. So we are using both constructor and setter level. Whenever we feel like all the fields should be auto-word properly, then we are going with the constructor method, and or else we are going with the setter method, setter injection, sorry. So what is AutoWire and what are the different types of it? So AutoWire is to auto enable dependency injection. It is of three types, like by name, by type, and constructor. So the next question is like what is qualifier? So direct qualifier and addition is used to avoid ambiguity. Example I have given here, like there are two beans with the different names but of the same class. So here class name is same but it is different. So here my IOC container gets confused due to the same class found multiple times. So here the bean ID would you want to mention in qualifier like this, so that it will remove the ambiguity to the IOC container. So then there was a one generic question at the last, like what are your daily activities? So explain in detail about my day-to-day activities, what all I do. And with this I hope I have completed all the technical interviews questions that were asked to me. So thank you for watching me. If you haven't subscribed it, please do subscribe. So with this I would stop my recording as well.